Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's Saturday night, hey up. Don't usually see you on a Saturday, do I? Yes, I'm here. We're doing a one-off series of 4 weeks of racing. It's all different spots called the Gr.4 World Series. And first of all, we're here at Brands Hatch. There's going to be no points, no tables, nothing like that. It's just a series of fun races. Let's see if there's any info or bump on it. I can't see. Where is it? The Gr.4 World Series will consist of 4 non-point scoring rounds. Each round will consist of a 10-minute qualifier, followed by a 15-minute sprint race and a 30-minute feature race. Drivers will be randomly assigned a manufacturer before each round. And here we are on Saturday the 10th of April for round 1 at Brands Hatch GP. The 2 races will be set at 11:30 fine and 18:15 sunny, and the entry list cars for this are Aston Martin, Jaguar and McLaren. So they've had their cars assigned to them during the week, those that signed up for it. There's no regulations on the livery. The settings are fuel ×3, tyres ×4, free choice of tyres, racing soft, racing medium and racing hard. I'll read the list out. I could read the list out, sorry, but I won't, just in case some of them haven't shown up. Here's a new guy, Binko. I'm going to call him RS Binko. He's in a Aston Martin, sorry. I've got the F12 button feature, I can tell you. There you go. Ooh, lovely helmet there, Binko. And Jack's Racing. Oh, I've not seen Jack's Racing for a while. He popped up in the Red Bull Juniors, if I remember. And 1 or 2 rounds for Pacific Rim Championship. Not overly sure, but Jack's Racing. He is in the Jaguar. So yeah, that's literally it. We're going to have 2 races. I'm looking for the brief. Good morning, guys, or welcome to the first round of the Gr.4 World Series. If you haven't guessed already, the theme of this round is Best of British. There'll be a 10-minute qualifier at 7:30 GMT, followed by 15-minute sprint race, racing soft tyres only with no pit stop. Following a short break, we will then have a 30-minute feature race. There is no mandatory tyre, so you are free to use any combination of tyres for the second race. If you haven't seen already, manufacturers are in the drivers' rosters and our pin post. There, you don't need to know any of that unless you're in our Discord. And see you all tonight, Mr. Talleyrand, or the boss, as we call him. So yeah, 2 races around here at Brands Hatch using the best of British. Again, like I said last night, if you saw last night's stream, usually with these one-offs, it's like a little test session in itself. We're having a fun little race, that's all, just a fun little race, nothing to see here. And don't worry, don't look too hard into these things, but usually there is a bigger picture behind these things, I find. So in the room we have a Cymex. I've seen him in the GTMC Lobby 2 in the Dodge Viper, and he is fast, so one to watch. Cymex there. In the Aston Martin, Binko we've seen in the Aston Martin already. Jack's Racing we had a look at. Shiren, he's joined recently in the karting night we had. He did exceptionally well, and last Sunday's Sunday Cup he can drive the Mini, so let's see how he does in the Jaguar. Lou we haven't seen, I think, for a while. He's in the McLaren. Haven't seen since the Red Bull Juniors, so it's great to see the return of Lou. I bow my head. Oh, that's a lovely looking car as well, Lou, gotta say, fantastic. They're the guys out on the track at the moment. In the pits we've got Talleyrand. He looks like he's in a McLaren. Rivixter is taking himself out a McLaren also. Is that a McLaren? It doesn't look anything like the back end of that McLaren, but it must be. There you go. And Ragnar, he is in a Jaguar. So it's all very cool out there at the moment. We should be qualifying around about 1:30, but because this is an early lobby, it caught me out. I was outside having a fag when I was reading Discord and realised it was a 7 o'clock lobby open, 7:30 qualifying. Usually we have 7:30 to 8, so it caught me out a little bit. I do remember Max's, Max 5s on a Saturday night used to always start at 7, race at 7:30, but it just caught me out a little bit. Looks like Bulky Volcano can't get into the lobby for some reason. Oh dear. And Rivixter's doing loads of angry faces in the... Oh, I know he doesn't like Brands Hatch, does Rivixter, so he's got to suck it up, Buttercup. One more week and we'll not see Brands Hatch, I promise you, for a long time. I know we've had a very Brands Hatch heavy race quota lately, what with the Sunday Cup being at the Indy. Last night we saw the Group 3 cars at the Super Touring Cup racing. Oh, Seren left and come back in. He's trying to sort his internet out, I guess. Saw that at Brands Hatch. Now we're here with these Group 4 cars, Best of British at Brands Hatch. But next week we'll be moving on to a different track with a different bunch of cars. I don't know what Friday night special is, I haven't looked. Ooh, it might be qualifying for Fuji, the 2.5 hour race. So there might be that to look forward to. Let's have a look then. Yes, round 2 is at Lago Maggiore West in the Alfa Romeo, Ferrari and Lamborghini. Round 3 is at Laguna Seca in the Chevrolet, the Dodge and the Ford. And round 4 will be at Suzuka Circuit with the Honda, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Subaru, Toyota, Lexus. Wow, that's a lot of manufacturers. One would think that this game was made in Japan. So Talleyrand is trying to give Rivixter a couple of tips there. We should watch him do some laps. I could get some tips out of this bad boy. So far, Cymex, ooh, going a little bit wide there. We should get on board with someone. If Talleyrand is popping out, I suppose we could sit on board for a tour of the... It is the GP circuit. We could sit on board with Ragnar, maybe. Oh no, Talleyrand is popping out. So let's get us on board with the boss for a lap of Brands Hatch GP, coming up to Druids. Now heavy on the braking, down into second gear, 48 miles an hour. He's getting back onto the accelerator, up into third, coming down to Graham Hill Bend. Oh, losing the back end a little bit, stayed in third gear, half throttle, back on again there into fourth gear, heading up to Surtees, I believe, as he makes his way around Surtees in third gear. See you later, Dad. Thanks for the chips. He's heading up Pilgrim's Drop now, heading up towards Hawthorns Hill. There we go. And through Hawthorns onto Derek Minter Straight, heading towards Westfield, hitting Westfield now. Beautiful, just glides through there, down into Dingley-Dell. A little drop there, heading up to Sheen Curve. Oh, it's smooth round there when you get it, heading right down to Stirling's. This one can catch you out. It's quicker than you think. There you go, into Stirling's, onto Clearways, heading up to Clark Curve. Oh, we're a bit too fast into Clark Curve. That was very weird, wasn't it? Some sort of weird lag situation going on there. Heading along Brabham's Straight. And as we didn't see Paddock Hill Bend, we'll go into Paddock Hill Bend as well. Oh, he's late on the brakes into Paddock. Oh, there's some weird schnizzle going on in that car. So we'll get out of that because it's freaking me out. Bit of a lag, I think. So Ragnar, that was a lap around Brands Hatch. Hope you appreciated that, eh? So I'm excited about this. I'm not sure. We've got some unknowns. Binko, he looks like he's fast. Early doors in his Relentless car. I love it. That's how I got hooked into energy drinks, was Relentless juice in the green can. But then they changed the flavour and I didn't like it. Moved over to Red Bull. But yeah, Binko, he's out there. I'm into Robinsons now. Robinson squash. It's cracking. Ragnar in the Jaguar. Hey, that's nearly rhymes. A Ragnar in his Jaguar. Jack's racing in his Aston Martin. No, he's in a Jaguar as well. So the Jaguars are looking quite feisty out there. The Aston Martin is top time, I think. Then we've got two Jags. Then we've got the McLaren. Talleyrand, he's looking very, very jumpy though. Then we've got Lules. You can say anything you want in the chat on there, out in YouTube worlds. I won't bite. I quite often like to see guys putting on their opinions of things. So if you're out there, feel free to get involved. Yeah, Rivixter is telling Talaran right now, you got lag, boy. He's got lag. But he's the host, so, you know, what can you do? What? Just having a quick look in Discord. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you guys out there. Well, you're ignoring me in the chat, so I thought I'd just ignore you. Start looking at my phone. I was looking at Discord. There was some chat in the what's this called? The Gr.4 World Series. Chats there. Cymex then is the fastest. Oh, Shuren is the fastest man out there at 29.7. He's in the pits at the moment, is he? And Cymex. Oh, it's looking a bit laggy all around. You know, I'm seeing a lot of bouncies. So we will stick with it though. We can all do is hope it sorts itself out before the race comes. It's not too bad. I think it's just one or two looking a little bouncy. Nothing we couldn't live with. We've got 8 races so far. I don't know whose names are down, who we're missing. I know Mr. Racer Brown, he's unable to make it. He's I don't know. He did say why, but I'm not sure if he wants everyone to know that he dresses up like Batman and goes out and tries to save the world every night. So I think that's sort of information he'd probably want to keep under his hat, or his cowl, should we say, or cape, if you wish. But so yeah, Racer Brown can't show. I know that much, because he's the Batman. Mr. Wayne, Mr. Brown. It's close. I don't know what I'm looking for in the chat. I'm looking for this actual supercar thing, just in case I need to see anything else. But we've been watching Cymex for a while now. Let's have a little flick around. Talleyrand has gone fastest. We should have stayed on board with him, shouldn't he? He's going faster again in the McLaren. He's on the racing soft. Cymex is trying out those racing softs also. The racing soft is the softest compound they'll be using today out of the 3. There's Jack's Racing. Jack's Racing is only 5/10 off Ragnar's time. Ragnar's only 3/10 off Cymex time, so these guys are very close. They're using Bop. Bop, 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 bop. So, yes, they're using the Bop. It's so much fun. Cymex in second spot. Third for Mr. Ragnar. MVM, it's okay now. Oh, I think he's talking to Talleyrand. Shall we have a look? He's not there. That's not Talleyrand. Talleyrand's gone into the pits. So, oh, my nipper made me a cup of coffee, and I don't really want to moan, but I'm telling you, it looks white. I don't think there's any coffee in that bad boy. I've had a sip. Yeah, there's not much coffee in that. It's, oh, that's tough, man. That's a tough one to take. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. We should be qualifying. I think he's letting some stragglers go. I don't know. That's why I was looking for the chat to see if there's anyone saying, "Oh man, I got the time wrong, dude. I thought it was like 7:30, like lobby opening, and like 8 o'clock is like the start of the qualifying, and I got my times totally like spaced out, and I'm not quite ready yet." I don't know why our drivers are American, but they seem to be. Here we go. No, there's no one saying I'm lagging behind or I'm struggling to get there on time. So I think 8 is the lot you're getting. I haven't seen Rivixter though. Oh yeah, he is. Rivixter's there in 4th. He's driving the McLaren. Oh yeah, we saw it in the pits. Oh yeah, that's stunning. That is Rivixter. That's a lovely piece of work. Yes, hats off to the livery man on that. Boy, sexy. I like that, Rivixter. Excuse me, you got one of the best looking cars out there this evening. So yes, I'm pretty sure qualifying is going to kick off at any second now. Or maybe he's waiting for the 8 o'clock. Maybe he thinks it's a usual 8 o'clock start. Let's warm this bad boy up. Oh, go on, there goes Rivixter. He is well outspoken about his hatred of this track, and there we can see why. Cymex then. Talleyrand's fastest with a 29.2. Here we go. Talleyrand's giving it all the big readies. He wants to see what we got. And let us see what we got. I'm going to give it a big R. For us here, in the Streamland, in the Stream World, in the Streamiverse, on PooTube, checking out these nutcases, spending their Saturday night pretending to drive around a track in Kent. They looked good though, I say. Team Ragnar and Siren driving around together. Those cars are, yeah, I like Team 13's designs, they're cool. That's awesome stuff. So everyone's going capital R on this one, big solid R's all the way. We have defeated the Y's. I think today we saw the death of the Y. There we go, no one is going Y, look at it. It's all full on solid R's. This is what it would have been like if the Empire had crushed the Rebellion, which I was rooting for, by the way. Return of the Jedi is my disappointing film. It was just too easy. Vader just had to stay strong just for 5 more minutes. What did he have to get all weak for? What was wrong with the dude? He's gone all that way and then he pulled out last minute. That's no... He should have done that beforehand, before Luke and Leia. Riley. But yes, that's the way of the things. The Empire. They got defeated in the end by some furry teddy bears. Great. Rivixter in third. I think everyone's there waiting for that 10-minute qualifying. It's very exciting for a 15-minute sprint race on the racing softs. No pit stops there, and we don't know how these tyres are lasting. I haven't been checking out people who's on long runs. Oh, see, in the practice he's turned off the fuel wear and tyre wear, so no one's going to have a knowledge of what is going on where. It's just the 2 Team 13 boys out there at the moment, waiting for the hammer to fall, as Freddie once said. And Rivixter right there at the end with a big R. And the qualifying has started. Hold on to your hats, people out there. Shadow Legion Racing. Oh, that's a new one. Hello, Thingy. Looking forward to seeing how this goes. Some very good racers in tonight. Yes, there's some old guys, some new guys. It's a nice mix, I must say. Siren, he's fairly new. Ragnar, he's one of the veterans. He's raced in a few of VRC's things. Talleyrand, he's the oldest of them all, not in age, but as he is the founder of the VRC. Jack's racing, we saw him pop up in the Red Bull Juniors, and a couple of other things. Lou in the Red Bulls as well. Cymex, he's been putting his mark in the GTMC of late. Siren, like I said, he's fairly new. Rivixter, he's getting there. He's part of the clan. And Binko, brand spanking new. Like a new shiny toy I can't wait to play with. He's not coming out the pitch yet and get away of those numbers. Shadow Legion Racing saying, oh, it's Legion. Hello, Legion. I guess that with the Legion, but we've got a Shadow Rider as well, so... By the way, started my own YouTube channel. Excellent. I'll have to subscribe to that. Pat in the chat had a bit of a run at Cataluna on Monday with Binko. Hope he has a good run in his first race with us. Yes, me too. So Talleyrand are leading them away then for qualifying. Exciting stuff. The McLaren v the Martin v the Jaguar, if I can find one. That's an Aston Martin. There you go, there's a Jaguar. The best of British, you got to say. Well, the Aston Martin and Jaguar, they're the old cohorts. They've been there for the longest of times. McLaren, they're pretty new to the car market. And can they step up to the big boys? They're around them. Ooh, a little bit wide there for Lou on his first flying lap. He's got to get a banker in that first lap. You've got to be careful. That's how I like to play it. My first lap or two, take it relatively easy. Even if it might be a second and a half slower, it's banked. You've got it in the bag. If you're trying to go hell for leather straight away, throwing it off, then you're chasing the time for the rest of the time. And I like to just, I get one in the bank, One's relatively okay, not too embarrassing. Well, my laps are embarrassing, what am I saying? But Lou, he's gone into the pits after that situation. He's going for another run. There you go. So Talleyrand's still out there. We're waiting for him to cross the line to post the time we want to see. That's a lovely looking car, the Marlboro McLaren. Hey, that's quite clever, that, isn't it? A little nod back to the old partnership of old. The old partnership of old. That's the quality you get here at the Virtual Racers Club YouTube channel. There'll be many more like stupid things I say like that. I'm not good with words in it. Hey, at least I've stopped doing the accents. I used to try and do accents. That's done. 29.5 for Talleyrand. Jack's Racing just a second, under a second to Ragnar. And there Simex has gone faster in the Aston Martin with a 29.335. So Ragnar going third fastest, Shiren going fourth fastest in the other Jag. Jack's Racing maintaining fifth so far. Rivixter hasn't quite crossed the line yet, so we're just waiting for Rivixter to come across that line, post a time, and Binko. And there goes Rivixter. He's posted a 1:31.4, only 9 tenths behind Jack's Racing. Binko, he's quite far back in the lap yet, and Lou we saw popping into the pits. So Simex is the pole sitter so far. Talleyrand the second fastest. He's getting purples. How will Simex do? He's coming up to a sector right now. We'll see. He's getting purples as well. It's going to be tight between him and Talleyrand for this pole fight. Ragnar also, who is flying around in the Jaguar. It's pretty close call between all three makes at the moment, isn't it? So I'm waiting for Ragnar to reach a sector. Oh, Talleyrand, he's got out of his lap. He's a little bit faster than his lap, but not fastest. And we've seen Talleyrand's got out of his lap. He was off the track. So looking at Simex, see if he can go a little bit faster. Shiren, obviously, remember, he's a fast lad as well. It looks like he's not. He's about 3 tenths, 2 tenths on this lap. Ragnar going faster but not moving. Simex going even faster out there in pole, stretching pole out a bit further. And there Shiren, he's gone faster ahead of Ragnar. And Shiren and Binko's gone pole. Binko, there he goes. Boom. No one saw that coming from Car Relentless out there. Great stuff. Binko, bang, 1:28.9. And he is in the fight. Simex is in second so far, with Talleyrand sitting in third spot in that McLaren. Shiren in the Jaguar in fourth. Ragnar in the other Jaguar in fifth. In sixth, Jack's Racing. In seventh, Rivixter. Let's have a look how close. Jack's Racing's only half a second behind Ragnar in his Jaguar. That's 3 Jaguars in a row, isn't it? Jaguar. A Jaguar. Oh, Lou's putting a time there. Lou, a 33.097, 1.6 seconds behind Rivixter. Rivixter, 9 tenths behind Jack's Racing so far, but it all can change. Jack's Racing's going 2.5 tenths faster there in the second sector. He needs to find half a second, but can he find it in this last sector? We'll stick with him as he comes up around the last corner. There's not much places there you can make the time up. Oh, and Ragnar's gone faster anyway, so now he's got to find 6 tenths, but he found 2.3 or 2. Yes, Talleyrand's gone faster, Shiren's gone faster. Jack's Racing did go faster. He's closer to Ragnar. Shiren's back ahead of Ragnar with that lap by just under 2 tenths, and he is just over 5 tenths behind Simex. Binko still leading. Wow, look how close Talleyrand is with that time. A 1-2 ace, going faster again. Binko needs to pull out. Binko's got a purple, but he's going wide there. It looks all right though. Graham Hill Bend. He's heading up to Surtees. Talleyrand there. He's already in Surtees. He's 3 tenths up. I wonder why he's not getting purples then, because that's got to be faster, as they're only a 600ths apart. 6,000, sorry, apart. So Binko, oh, he's getting a red, but it's still very close. Remember, he is the pole time, so 200ths off of his time. Still isn't much, but Talleyrand is in this last sector then. Oh no, we've got another sector to go for Talleyrand. Cymex also, is he near a line? Quite close to a line 4. Oh, he's a 10th down on his own time. How's Cymex doing? Cymex is just coming up to the final line now. Sliding the Aston Martin through the last corner. Absolutely beautiful. This is what life was made for. Fast cars. But he does not go faster. Binko. Can he go faster? Stretch out that pole a little bit. Try and get away from Talleyrand. Talleyrand's crossed the line. Binko did go faster at 29.8. So now he's 1.5 tenths ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand did not manage to go faster again that time. Suren sitting in 4th with Ragnar in 5th. Jack's racing. He's done a great job. He's there sitting just behind Team 13 in 6th spot. And he's a second ahead of Rivixter, who is off the road at the moment with only 1 minute 40 seconds left of qualifying, and Lou's off the track as well. That McLaren looks like it's a little bit of a handful. She's a feisty one. And Legion in the chat saying, even so you make it funny, mate, wouldn't change a thing. Oh, must have been something about me saying I'm stupid earlier. So Binko, look at that. He came from a land with no name. No one knew who he was. He walked into the club and he eyed the room and he uttered these words. Alright, I'll destroy you. So there is Binko. He's in the club and he's spanking bums and taking names. Talleyrand in 2nd place. He's very close. He's coming for another run. Got 40 seconds left of qualifying. Suren's gone faster. Talleyrand did not. Oh my word, Binko, they cannot touch you, my friend. Suren going faster again at 29.6. It's only 7 tenths off of pole and less than half a second off of Cymex in his Aston Martin. Cymex only just over a tenth behind Talleyrand. It's tight up the front there. Ragnar only 2 tenths off of Suren. Jack Racing is only 5 tenths, only half a second off of Ragnar. Rivixter, it's just a second he's got to find, but the qualifying is just about to run out. And there you go, the man of the hour. And he's got the luminous car. Looking absolutely spanking. He's got the look, he's got the time, he's got the speed. Can he race? That's the question. We're all sat here wondering. Brilliant stuff. Binko, glad to have you on board. Oh, Rivixter's gone faster. Rivixter has gone faster in the end of 30.7. 3 tenths off Jack's Racing in the end there from Rivixter. Great stuff. Absolutely spanking. 1.8 off of the pole. 1.5 for Jack's Racing off pole. Ragnar a second off pole. Suren 7 tenths. Oh, Suren's still on a run. Suren is still on a run. There's a couple out there still on a run. I've given up on it for some reason, but there goes Suren crossing the line just before. He goes faster, but not fast enough. Talleyrand didn't manage to go faster. Binko's gone across the line again with another pole time. Faster, 28.7.838. Crazy stuff there. Talleyrand 2 1/4 tenths off in the end. Cymex is just over a tenth away from Talleyrand. Suren, 400ths off of Cymex, pulling himself nearly 7 tenths ahead of Ragnar. Jack's Racing in 6th, half a second off of Ragnar, and Rivixter only just under 4 tenths behind Jack's Racing in 7th and Lou in 8th place. This is going to be an absolute spanker of a race there with Binko. I'm trying to remember now. I think the Jaguars start really good. I don't think the McLarens start very good. Going by the GTMC, I think Jokers drives a Jaguar and he always seems to leap forward in those races. So it's going to be an interesting one. I can't say about the Aston Martin. I know the Aston Martin does wear its tyres quite quickly. So this is going to be a very interesting race, or indeed here. And there is your field, 8 cars all lined up, waiting to see who will win. In the chat, nothing. I'm joking. So, waiting for that red light. And there they go. Oh no, it looks like Simex was napping on the line there. And there we go, Binko heading away from the McLaren of Talleyrand. It's very tight into Paddock Hill, and Suren in the Jaguar making himself, his presence known. A rubbish camera angle. We've moved now into a tighter angle, and Binko is into Druids first, ahead of Talleyrand with Suren in third. Ragnar up into fourth. Jax Racing getting ahead of Simex. Simex's start not great there, and Rivixter seventh with Lou just in tow of them. And Binko pulling away for this 15-minute sprint race now ahead of Talleyrand, who is ahead of Suren. And Ragnar sitting tail gunner to his teammate, and Jax Racing moving up a position ahead of Simex. Simex having an absolute awful start there. I don't know if it was the Aston Martin or his reactions. A bit of wheel spin maybe, possibly. Heavy on the accelerator. Could be anything. And Jax Racing's Red Bull Jaguar is now moving. He's got Aston Martin written on the side of a Jaguar. You can understand I make the mistake. I'm even pressing F12 just to double check. It is a Jaguar. There we go. Super duper. So Binko then. Oh, it's very close. Oh my lord. It's a little bit of lag there, that's all. It's not great. So Binko leading the way. He's only half a second ahead of Talleyrand. And then in third place we've got Suren ahead of Ragnar. Jax Racing now having to defend from Simex. Simex coming back at the Jaguar in his Aston Martin, and he's got Rivixter saying, go on, mess it up, pair of you. I'd love to get a spot there. We're sat on board with Rivixter's just onto the brakes there. And it's very close racing. We can see Simex having a little bit of an off at the moment, going into Druids there. Sat aboard a Rivixter's McLaren there. It's quite nice, isn't it? I like the windscreen in this car. It's very cool. But he's losing, he's getting purples, but it's the second lap, that's why. But he's losing time to those guys ahead of him. They pulled away in that part. Binko, he's still only 4 tenths ahead of Talleyrand. There's nothing in it between the two of these two, and Suren maintaining just to keep hold of them. 7 tenths behind. They're hoping to keep hold of that toe as they go along these short straights. And there's Ragnar. He is now nearly a second behind his teammate, trying to keep hold of the road in that Jaguar. Then another Jaguar with Jax Racing. Then we've got the Aston Martin of Simex, only 3 tenths behind Jax Racing. He looks like he's ready to make a move anytime soon on the Jaguar. Red Bull, and there is the relentless Aston Martin ahead of the McLaren Marlboro. And this is some cracking racing we're having here. Flashman in the chat saying evening all, and Wolfter saying greetings earthlings. So Binko still leading from Talleyrand. It looks like they pulled a little bit away from Suren now. Suren having to just fight that Jaguar more than anything else. Ragnar 1 second behind his teammate Simex. Simex has got himself ahead of Jax Racing. I don't think we'll see anything. I'll try and do a replay. No, it's already happened. I apologise there. Jax Racing dropping down into 6th place with Simex up into 5th in the Aston Martin. We saw he was faster than this in qualifying, so he's coming back. Maybe he was looking after his wheels in the early parts of this racing. Jax Racing in 6th with Rivixter not too far behind, 1 second behind Jax Racing in his McLaren, and Lou there 2.5 seconds behind Rivixter. Binko then still leading, but it's only 2 tenths between him and Talleyrand right now. This is absolutely crazy. We're sat on board with Talleyrand in 2nd spot. We're nearly 2.7 seconds ahead of 3rd place Suren, and Talleyrand has got the fastest lap at this point in the race, and Binko, all he can do is defend, because it doesn't look like he's got the pace of the McLaren in that Aston Martin, and the McLaren is absolutely beasting it at this point. This is some crazy racing we're viewing while sat on board with Talleyrand. Great stuff. We come up to the 5-minute mark, 10 minutes more left of racing. Still more? Yes, please. So Binko 4 tenths ahead of Talleyrand. Shiren really dropping back, nearly 3 seconds now behind the two leaders with Ragnar 1.3 seconds, but Simex has caught up with Ragnar. Simex on the absolute tail of that Jaguar in his Aston Martin. This is fantastic. He's coming up towards him in Druid. You can see Ragnar's got a bit of a wiggle on in the Jaguar, and there goes. Is he going to make the move? He's trying to get up the inside. No, he can't do it, so he's tucked in behind through Graham Hill Bend, and he's going to have another go on the inside of Surtees, we expect, sat on board with Simex in his Aston Martin. Can he make the move? Oh, not quite. And the Jaguar regains its composure and cracks on. So Binko still leading, 4 tenths ahead of Talleyrand. My word, they're having a close fought race. The last lap round there for Binko was a 29.938, with Talleyrand doing a 29.847. Nothing in it between those two out the front. 3 seconds further back is Suren ahead of his teammate. 3 seconds, and his teammate Simex is on the bumper. He's on the tail. He's on his mission. Simex there, ready to make the move. Oh, fellow poles, and Jack's Racing's out wide. Jack's out racing. He's made a mistake in that Jaguar, and Rivixter moving on up into 6th place, and he said he didn't like Brands Hatch. Check him out. Up into 6th now, with Jack's Racing down into 7th, and Lou really struggling in that McLaren, but he's cracking on, and the McLaren, it looks like the best one out there. So just shake your tail feather there, Lou. You got the best looking car, stick to it. Just strut, brother, strut. Strut your stuff. Thank you very much. That was a coffee getting delivered, if you wondered. So there, Binko still maintaining that lead, just about half a second. It's been nothing different. They've had like a little bit of rope between the two of them, and they've not dropped any much more than that amount of time that you see there, half a second. Shiren then 3.5 seconds. You think those two battling would slow them down some. A 1:30.0 from Shiren last time around, with Talleyrand doing a 29.8 and Binko doing a 29.9. Oh my word, it's so close. Simex has got the move. Sorry, I missed it. I should have stuck with those two, and he's already made it at least down into Graham Hill Bend, so we think he may have done it in Druids. Sorry guys. So there you go, Simex up into 4th ahead of Ragnar, and Rivixter we saw getting ahead of Jack's Racing. Jack's Racing now has been caught up by Lou, and Lou is on a mission. Jack's Racing finding that Aston Martin marked Jaguar very, maybe because it's having a personality crisis. Jax, have you just thought that? You're driving a Jaguar and you wrote Aston Martin all over the side of it. It's probably having a crisis there, that poor car. And it really is having a crisis, but luckily for him, Lou's a McLaren, a Red Bull, also two things you don't see together too often, having another crisis itself in the background. So Binko still leading. He's pulled out a couple of tenths though. He's managed to find a 10th or 2 on Talleyrand. The tyres still looking absolutely fine in these cars, with 7 minutes more left of racing. Shiren then in 3rd place. He's nearly 5 seconds behind those leaders now, and 3 seconds ahead of Simex. He did a 31.134 his last time around. I can see Simex in the background, a 30.8. Simex is faster. Simex is faster at this point in the race if he doesn't make any mistakes. He just got away with that one, Simex. Cracking stuff. And Ragnar 1 second behind the Aston Martin. Rivixter there maintaining that 6th place, nearly 6 seconds behind Ragnar, nearly 9 seconds ahead of Jack's Racing, who's now 16 seconds ahead of Lou. Hoo-wee. So Binko, he's looking like he's settled down now. I think 6 minutes to go. He can relax a little bit, just bring the Aston Martin home with no problems, or just that one little problem sat right there behind him, and that's called Talleyrand, who's not going to give him a second to have a breather. Not 1 second, I can guarantee, because I know Talleyrand, and he is like a dog. As soon as he gets his teeth into it, he will not let go. So Binko cannot chill for 1 second whilst Talleyrand is chasing him down. Shiren absolutely looks like he's got 3rd place, nicely tied up with a bow there. being 5 seconds behind Talleyrand and 3.4 seconds ahead of Simex. Simex trying, he 30.8 his last time around, consistent as hell, but it was a 30.8 from Suren as well. Suren has picked up the pace, realising that he's got a very fast Aston Martin hunting him down. Ragnar in 5th, Rivixter in 6th. He's found some pace in that car. 32.5 his last time around. He's only 4.4 seconds behind Ragnar. He's starting to catch Ragnar up. If Ragnar's not careful, he did a 33 his last time around. A bit of a messy lap. He's starting to burn through his tyres, coming at the end of the lap. On Wolf to there, he's coming on Simex. He's up for it. And Simex is definitely up for it. He's chasing down Suren, but Suren's had to pick up his pace, knowing that, well, this lap's not so good as well, it looks. A few red marks there on his dashboard. 7/10 down. There's 3 seconds between them now, with only 4.5 minutes left of racing. Simex might be able to do this. Binko is only 3/10 ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand's closing in now. He's going for that last minute push before he loses his tyres. Binko's tyres look a lot better than Talleyrand's at this point in the race, and this, I believe, is Talleyrand's one favourite track. He really does enjoy this one. This is his home in the game, I believe. And Binko now, there's nothing between the two of them. This is amazing stuff. And there we go, Talleyrand's made the move. Has he made the move, or was that lag? It was lag. Sorry guys, don't want to get you excited, but there's nothing in it between the two of them. But I'm going to go away and come back. That was awful. Talleyrand is in a lead, and Binko, I don't know what's happened to Binko. I don't know if he's still racing, but the lag has got him bad. There we go, he's back. He's back, here we go. Talleyrand hasn't got him, sorry. You cannot believe everything you see. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Sit back while I tell you the tale of the relentless ghost car that sometimes flickers. But yes, Binko has still got it ahead of Talleyrand. It was getting close there. Suren, it's under 3 seconds between him and Simex. Simex really pushing now. A 1:30.7 last time around from Simex. Suren managing a 30.8. They're both pushing these machines to the edge of what they are capable of. Can they keep them on the road at this pace? It's going to be a real tricky one. There is a Binko still leading from Talleyrand. 3 more minutes left of racing. This is going to be a cracking finish here, with only 2 more laps to go of this race. Lou has left, that's unfortunate. Suren there in 3rd place, then crossing the line. He managed a 1:31.4. What can Simex do at 30.8? Simex still keeping to that lovely consistent driving, and it's 2.5 seconds between him and Suren, and there's 2.5 minutes left of racing. He needs to find what? He needs to find a second a minute. Wow, what racing have we got? Hello lag, back again. Wow, says Pat. Yeah, Pat. And there is Binko, half a second ahead of Talleyrand. I fear to go to him. Talleyrand has got the fastest lap of this race, and Jack's Racing's gone as well. My word, we're down to 6. The attrition is awful. Suren there in 3rd, with Simex up into 4th place there. I wonder if it's an issue with the server, and Rivixter is clinging on. 4 seconds behind Ragnar. Ragnar at 32.7 last time around. A 32.7 also from Rivixter. So, the Suren will attack second. Oh, he's 7.1 seconds behind is Suren. But now he's pulled another second out on Simex. Simex must have made a small mistake. He was 2.5 seconds behind Suren. And Suren now, by 2 seconds you mean? Oh, second. There is Suren, the Russian wonder, chasing down Talleyrand. Talleyrand still hunting his Binko, and he hasn't found it yet. Binko's done an absolutely stunning run here. This has got to be the last lap for these guys. On lap 10, around the Brands Hatch GP in these Group 4 cars for this short series. The World's Series starting at Brands Hatch with British cars, and the answer to everyone's question is Aston Martin is better than McLaren and then Jaguar. but it's open to debate if anyone wants to enter and try and dispute that. Cymex then nearly 4 seconds behind Suren now. He's lost the pace of that Aston Martin. Them tyres have gone. So how's Binko's? Binko's tyres are looking okay now. He's a second ahead. Looks like Talleyrand's the one struggling with the tyres at this point. His tyres are a little bit rough. He's got 8 seconds though, with only 30 seconds left of racing. So it looks like it's a safe second spot for Talleyrand, but he hasn't got the tyres to come at Binko. So Binko, in his debut, takes a win. Well, nearly. I'm not counting any chickens yet. But there's your top three: Binko, Talleyrand, Suren. Suren's lost the back end a little bit. That gives Cymex a little opportunity, but he's just 4 seconds behind and his tyres are dead. Well, they're a little livelier than Suren's, and Ragnar. Ooh, no, I thought I saw the back end going, but no. Ragnar in 5th, Rivixter there in 6th, and there we go, Binko's crossed the line. Congratulations, super win. Talleyrand very close 2nd place, and Suren coming across to grab a podium there. Take a boo, my son, super stuff, the Russian sensation. Cymex in 4th there, and Ragnar coming across to take 5th place in his Jaguar, and Rivixter bringing home the McLaren in 6th. Great stuff. And we lost Jack's Racing and Lou. Unfortunately, it's a shame. Let's hope they'll be there for race 2. We will have a little short break, I believe. There you go. Look at that. Matching overalls as well. Brilliant stuff. Congratulations, Binko. Pole position and the win. Missed out on the fastest lap, but that's okay. You can't have it all in the first go. So yeah, it does look like Lou and Jack have left the room. And I will take you to the race results as they all return. For Binko, a great debut. Brilliant stuff there. And now I believe he's going to have to start from the back. What can he do? But it's only going to be 6 cars, so not too much to overtake. But Suren will be ahead of him. Talleyrand, Ragnar and Cymex, there's some hard guys there. Rivixter will be leading the way. If he can keep his head on, he was getting good pace out of that McLaren by the end of the race. So, and don't forget, there'll probably be a pit stop in this one. Talleyrand got the fastest lap on lap 2 with a 29.487, and that was cracking stuff. I enjoyed that very much. I hope you guys did. It's awesome stuff, I believe. I am hoping to be able to nip out and have a quick see. And Binko, wow. That was stunning seeing him bouncing all over the shop. And only 6 people. I tell you, there was quite a few signed up for this. It's a little bit disappointing. It's a shame, to say the least. Because, like I said, there was a couple signed up. I mean, it wasn't a full room, I don't think, but, you know, there was a few. So, it's just the way it goes sometimes. Especially Saturday night, there's so many interesting things on TV. God, what are they looking at now? I can see Craig from Dancing on Ice with that dude who's married to the bird from Dancing, not Dancing on Ice, Craig's from Dancing with the Stars or Strictly Come Dancing. Oh, Vermin K. Vermin K looks like the presenter, and it looks like they're messing around with a load of balls. Oh, Tess is in it. Is it like some sort of married couple thing? I don't know, but that's what people are too busy off watching rather than racing, is what I think. What the hell is this program called? Some Vernon K thing that started tonight. It looks absolutely dismal. It looks like they spent way too much money on it. Game of Talents, there you go. Oh my word, yeah. It's Game of Talents, and that's why Vernon and Tess are on it. It's exactly it. So, yes, that says 2020. I missed that time. Bugger, what did it say? Oh, there you go. 2020 for race 2. So just under 10 minutes. Doesn't look like he's changed the settings. He's being a little... Right, I'll see you in a minute. You can look at the back of that Relentless for a short while, and we'll be back for the second race. Hello, gang. Look, no one's even gone out yet, have they? Sorry, I'm back. That was got to be the quickest Siggy. Oh, look, now someone goes out. Now someone goes out. We've got 5 more minutes, I think, believe, before racing. Let's have a quick look at these chats. So, we've got... Jack saying, nice one, Binko. Wolfter, there's some sort of pants, I think that is. And Wolfter saying, Game of Talents. Yeah, some awful programme on BBC. Yeah, BBC Play. Well, it's on BBC normal telly. I think they're actually letting this one go out on air, which is shocking. Sorry, someone's out on the track. Oh, Sren practicing his starts. It's a rolling start for the next race. Pat saying, bad memories for me of Red Bull Ring GTMC, seeing Brinko bouncing like that. Yes, and Wolfter, loads of cups. There we go. So we're just waiting. Oh, he's gone back into the pits. Oh, we're down to 5 now. Who have we lost? Seren. Only 5 of us now. Oh, Seren is 6. Oh no, Seren is in there. Who have we lost then? Rivixter. Ragnar. There's 6 again now. I'm tripping out. Maybe it was Rivixter. Someone looks like Simex. Looks like he's going to try medium tyres in this race. That's a brave. That's a brave move. So yeah, it's a shame on the numbers, I must say. It's a disappointment. But it doesn't matter. Racing's racing. You could do racing with 2 people, really, as long as it's good and it's fast. I was just reading some of the text, see if I've missed anything. There's not much happening in the chat, so Rivix are asking. Bulky Volcano, which I was looking forward to. I didn't know if that was his username. Bulky Volcano. Bulky in the lead. Bulky, is he going to go off? Hey, Volcano and all that. So Team 13 are taken to the street. Oh no, yeah, Team 13 have taken to the track. So has Simex. Let's give it some flash stuff there. Simex there. Oh, he's got an eagle on his helmet. I like that very much. There we have Seren, I believe. No, it's Ragnar, I apologise. There we have Seren. There with a Red Bull. And the Russian flag I learned recently, because I was still living in communist times where I thought it was still red with a spickle in the top corner. Talleyrand is asking if we are ready. I'm ready. Oh no, the Y's starting to come back. Screw that, I'm going for R. I'm going against the tide like a salmon. There you go. Ah! Ha ha! It's a bit of a mixed bag there of R's and Y's, I reckon. Not that I'm trying to destroy the Y, but Y, indeed. And we're waiting for our 30-minute race here. Oh, we've only 6 of them. It's such a shame. There's more people watching than racing. Flashman saying, I like the Team 13 livery. It's really cool, isn't it? Yeah, they were in something else together as well. And I think that's just like their colours, and it's really sweet. I like it a lot. Shiren giving the Jaguar some welly, and Ragnar, he's trying to find some pace. He's on the softs. Simex looks like he's going to start on the mediums. Interesting strategy. Softs for Shiren, softs for Talleyrand. Rivixter is on the softs, and Binko also on the softs. So is Simex onto something? He did go mediums, I think, in the GTMC, and it did him well. I think he got himself a podium out of it and everything, so it could be a genius move, one to watch, I believe. Skyjackers asking where is everyone. I don't know, we had Lou and Jack but they left. Racer Brown, he's doing his Batman duties tonight. He's vigilanteing it in the streets of Gotham. I don't know, Bulky Volcano, I don't think he could find the room, and I was looking forward to a bit of bulky action, I must say. And other than that, I haven't looked at the list. I didn't want to shame people for not showing, but here we go, ready for race 2, guys. Poland and Russian, yes, that's the ones, mainly Polish and Russian in this. Oh, it's an even split. 2 Poles, 1 Russian and 3 limeys. Be interesting. I noticed the Russian flag style design on the side. Just hadn't clocked the front was different. Yeah, they have their coloured flags. It's brilliant, isn't it? So Ragnar has the Polish, and Suren, he's got the Russian colours. I think it's really clever. It's good. It's nice. It's a right nice touch, that, I must say. If we didn't have a boring Union Jack, we could do stripy things like that. The only flag with no racing lines on it. They're all crossing all over the place. I love our flag. I'm not slagging it. I'm just saying. Everyone else's flags have got like racing stripes that you can do on cars, but it's really hard to do a Union Jack. And there they go. The final, thank God, has started to stop me from talking junk. And now I can start talking about racing, which I much prefer to do. Well, I hope week 2 picks up. We'll do it. We'll go all the way with 6 drivers or not. I don't care. By Jove, I'll go with just 2. I'm here, rain or shine, doesn't matter. So Rivixter sat on the front there ahead of Ragnar. McLaren v Jaguar v Aston Martin v Jaguar v McLaren v Aston Martin. That is your grid as they come up to the finish line for their rolling start. The big countdown has been commenced and it's a go-go. And they've crossed the line and it's a super start from Rivixter. Ragnar there in second place, Simex there in third. They're equally spaced apart. Binko, he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get a double win today, and I think Talleyrand and Suren will have a large thing to say. And already early doors, there's Ragnar trying to make a move on Rivixter. A little bit of contact, but Rivixter stayed strong. Simex is major off the road on those medium tyres. Those medium tyres, he's struggling for grip, and Rivixter taking up the pressure from Ragnar and maintaining that lead. And it looks like there was a little bit of contact there from Ragnar and Talleyrand. My word, Talleyrand is he's lagging a bit there, and Suren is trying to find where he is. And there we go, third place it seems. And Rivixter is still maintaining that lead ahead of Ragnar, but Ragnar's pulled out of the tow. He's going to go for the move through the fast corner, and Rivixter says, you go for it, mate, 'cause I usually end up off going through that fast. And he's managed it, and Talleyrand now up into third ahead of Suren, and Binko is up ahead of Simex, because we saw Simex having a big off. But remember, Simex is on those medium tyres. His aim is just to stay with the pack, I imagine. And it looks like Binko all over. Oh, there we go, Lag City, baby. So Ragnar is leading. He's somehow got the lead from Rivixter now. And Rivixter in second ahead of Talleyrand in third. The 2 McLarens, a line astern, coming around to complete the first lap. Binko's flickering around there. Must be driving Suren mad in those mirrors. Doesn't know whereabouts the Aston Martin is at this point. And Ragnar maintaining an absolute great lead there by 8/10 whilst Rivixter defends his spot from Talleyrand. And Talleyrand has a look into Druids. He's up alongside and he's through. And there you go, Talleyrand in the McLaren ahead of Rivixter's McLaren there. Petronas and Marlborough having it all. And there is Suren still ahead of Simex. Binko's dropped down, but we don't know if that's his lag. He might appear again ahead of Simex. It doesn't look like it. It looks like that one's a real issue for Binko right now. He's got damage on the front. Yeah, it looks like he's had a bit of a crash. Oh dear. So Ragnar, come on my lad, crack on. Talleyrand closing down. We know Talleyrand is very fast. Rivixter trying to keep up with these guys with Suren in 4th place. 30 minutes is a long race to go with this tyre deck, don't forget. And the fuel, they probably will have to pit and get new tyres at some point in this race. Binko is shaken off that damage and he's back on track to race. So Ragnar just ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand closing in very quickly, and there they go. They're trying to go through the corner together. Talleyrand's gone out. Oh no, Ragnar's gone out wide. Sorry, and Talleyrand, he's carried on. I don't think he thinks that was his issue. Maybe not. And there we see Ragnar is trying to fight with Rivixter for position, and Rivixter moving back up into 2nd place. Ragnar down into 3rd, just ahead of his team buddy Suren. And they look like they're going to race for position in Paddock Hill. And they stay a line astern, and now Talleyrand is going to try and run and hide now in that McLaren, 1.5 seconds ahead of Rivigster. Rivigster there, he's got Ragnar coming back at him. Ragnar back up into second spot, doesn't stay down long, does Ragnar. Rivigster trying to defend from the other Jaguar of Suren. Suren, and all this has let Binko catch the group right back up. There he is, half a second behind. Brilliant stuff. Woohoo! His car's trippy as. It's like a disco. And Talleyrand then leading the way, nearly 2 seconds from Ragnar. Ragnar in the Jaguar, getting ahead of Rivigster. Rivigster there, he's only a half a second ahead, but now Suren has got a mirror full of Simex. Simex must have got those tyres up to racing temperature, because look at him, he got the fastest lap on lap 2, and he's on an absolute push in that Aston Martin. Cracking stuff. Binko, Everclear in. Oh no, we've got an issue with Rivigster. Oh my lord. So we've had Rivigster, looks like he's had a bit of an off skis, just asked the McLaren a little bit too much around there. It's all looking good so far, and then into this corner, not this corner, 18 seconds obviously too much, and there he goes. Oh, and it looks like he hit Suren on his way. And it looks like Suren had a bit of an off at the end of that replay, so when we get back it'll all be changed. Talleyrand leading from Ragnar, Suren still in third, fighting Simex off. Looks like Binko's missed out a lot there. I don't understand what could have happened, but he's nearly 7 seconds behind Rivigster. Rivigster, he's having more issues, and here comes Binko to get past Rivigster now. And like I said, Rivigster has said on many occasions does not like this track. Binko off the track, maybe, possibly. It's hard to trust his car positioning right now. So Talleyrand 3.2 seconds ahead of Ragnar. Ragnar 2.5 seconds ahead of Suren, with Simex less than a second behind Suren. So let's get on board with Simex there. We've seen some great racing from Simex in GTMC this season. Pat, no, I read that one. Flashman saying go Rivigster, and Sheep/Pace saying evening. So sat on board with Simex. 24 minutes left of this race. Looks like Binko is ahead of Rivigster. We saw that Rivigster was struggling, and Binko getting ahead, but he's 8.3 seconds behind Simex at this point. Simex on those medium tyres doing an absolute cracking job keeping up pace with the guys ahead. He's only a second behind the Russian, and 8 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko should be fast in that Aston Martin on the soft tyres, but like I said, there will have to be a pit stop in this race. So far Talleyrand 4-second lead in his McLaren with the fastest lap at 29.654. Ragnar some 4 seconds behind, and he's ahead of Suren by 1.6 seconds. Suren did a 30.914 his last time around. Ragnar doing a 31.7, so Suren is faster than Ragnar at this point in the race. In those Jaguars, you have the Aston Martin of Simex, a 31.9 on his medium tyres, so he's going to be going really long into this race. Remember, the guys ahead of him, they'll lose their tyres a lot sooner than Simex will in this race. Binko there, he's having to put some real qualifying laps there to try and catch the pack back up from his earlier woes, and he's up 24 seconds ahead of Rivigster. Poor Rivigster having some issues out there with the track. He doesn't like the track, I have to keep saying. So there he goes. The battle to watch really is this one between Ragnar and Suren. And let's get on board with Suren in the Jaguar. He's a second ahead of Simex. You can see Simex there off in the distance, just out of the toe. He's lost quite a bit, Simex. He must have made a mistake in that last corner, because now he's 2.6 seconds ahead of Simex, and only a second behind his teammate there, Ragnar. He's in a Polish sandwich, is Suren right now. And I've seen something on the Orange YouTube about a Polish sandwich, and it was a very agreeable video, I must say. just slipping. Hello. Still thinking about the orange YouTube video I watched about the Polish sandwich. It's just sipping my coffee, sorry. That's why it's all gone quiet. But yeah, you can see Suren now has closed up to within 3/10 of Ragnar. And he's looking to make a move. 3.5 seconds ahead of Simex. 6.2 seconds behind Talleyrand, who is leading the race. It's Binko is the man who's on the move. He's trying to catch up with Simex at the point. He was 8 seconds behind the last time we saw. We'll have another look with Simex on those medium tyres. But Suren, it looks like he's caught up his teammate, but there's not much he can do in the Jaguar. I think Ragnar has got the run on him. He's got to wait for Ragnar to either make a mistake or pit. He's going to try and get the toe now. Flashman asked if he had meatballs. Just 2. And they shared them. And there you go. There's the move. Through paddock. Beautiful stuff. Suren now. Oh, not quite, but he is up into second spot ahead of Ragnar. And Ragnar trying to fight back against his teammate there, the Russian sensation. Absolutely brilliant there. Kvyat. Was he Suren the Kvyat? Suren the Conqueror. So further back, Simex. He's only 2.5 seconds behind Ragnar now. He's pulled back about a second on those medium tyres. He's having a yo-yo of lap time. Well, they're all pretty stationary. 31.9s every time. Binko 29.6 last time around from me. It's 3.5 seconds behind Simex. He is pulling that time back in. He's doing an absolute cracking job. We're under 20 minutes left of racing, and now Binko is getting serious about this race. Talleyrand leading the way by 7.8 seconds from Suren. Suren has really got to put some pedal to the metal, I guess. Sorry, I got it the wrong way around. He's got to put a bit of pedal to the metal if he needs to catch Talleyrand up. Talleyrand doing 29.7 last time around. No, it wasn't. It was a 30, wasn't it? A 30.0, sorry. The last time around, Suren, he's managed a 30.8. So 8/10 slower. And here comes Ragnar. Ragnar's grabbed a toe into Paddock Hill Bend. He's looking racy against the Russian. Can he do it? Coming up to Druids. Not quite. Looks like Suren got a bit of a better drive through Paddock Hill Bend than Ragnar, and he's managed to pull it away a little bit. Simex getting ever closer and ever closer to Simex comes Binko. Binko. There, Talleyrand, 9.2 seconds. He's unstoppable. His tyres look absolutely fine. We're just 18.5 minutes. He's got just over half a tank of fuel, so I don't think the fuel is going to last out the full 30 minutes. So I do believe there will be a pit stop, like I keep saying. Suren has pulled a second out on Ragnar, but now Ragnar has really got to be concerned because Simex's lap times have not changed. Every single lap virtually is a 31.9, but Ragnar's slowly slipping away. He did a 33.2 his last time around, and Simex, guess who he's bringing along? Party boy, Binko, party car. So this is going to be a cracking little race. For a second minute there, I was worried. I thought this is spacing out a little early. What am I going to have to talk about? So far, Talleyrand cuts above the rest. So out there, 10-second lead on Suren. Suren is 1.2 seconds ahead of Ragnar, but Ragnar now is down to a second between him and Simex, and it's only 1.3 seconds between Binko and Simex. This is the battle brewing. Let's get on board with the jumper. As we chase down Simex in his Aston Martin, his medium-clad Aston Martin. Remember, these cars around him should be starting to use their tyres up. Oh, it's just got to ride the lag out, boys. It's not what it looks like for him. It looks super smooth for him. He's probably thinking, this is great. I'm doing some of my best driving. I'm getting streamed on the VRC, and then there's some muppets out there saying it's a bit bouncy, isn't it? It's a bit jumpy, a bit choppy. But no, it's all right. It happens. We all have it. I had the worst They even renamed me from Thingamajig. What did they used to call me? Scatterjig or something like that, I think, because my car was always just bouncing around all over the place. I had to get Virgin out, sort that stuff out, that schnizzle out straight away. But now they've closed up these boys. As I'm chatting about my woes, you've got Ragnar in third, 3/10 ahead of Cymex in fourth, who's 7/10 ahead of Binko. This is the battle, and Ragnar, has he got the tyres to do it? They're not as good as Cymex's. Cymex's mediums are working a treat, and Cymex suddenly pulling out the stops. He's doing some fast laps at 31.3, last time around 32, but Ragnar's still maintaining. Oh, Bunny's come in, but it's just too late, my friend. They're already racing. They've only got 15 more minutes, and there's Cymex. He's made the move. He's made the move up into third into Druids, and now Ragnar is down into fourth. His tyres look short, and there goes Binko. He's having a look as well, and Ragnar's got to defend. He wants to fight back for that Aston Martin place, and it's only 2.8 seconds behind Suren. Suren's 11.5 seconds behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand looks like he's got this one tied up, boys. Start engraving his name on the trophy, boys. This one's a surefire one. But Suren in second spot. He's only 2.9 seconds ahead of Cymex. Cymex is on the move, and Ragnar is having to defend from the Aston Martin of Binko. He is absolutely... Ragnar's going to be sick of Aston Martins in the next 2 minutes. My word, he's going to say, I've had enough of Aston Martins coming past me. What's the crack here, eh? What is the crack? How are they looking after their tyres? I might have been talking. Yeah, no, the Group 4 ones, honestly, they're really bad in GTMC. They seem to burn their tyres out. I know Racer Brown has to look after his tyres early on, but maybe that's what Binko was doing. Early part of the race, looked after his tyres, and now he's unleashing the beast. And there goes Talleyrand into the pits. We said there probably would have to be a stop. He's getting himself... There's no mandatory tyres. It's free choice. Cymex on those medium tyres. He might be trying to go halfway. He's only used half a tank of fuel at 15-minute mark. He might be trying to do the no-stopper. And good luck to him, because Talleyrand's going to come out those pits and he's going to be absolutely flying. He already is. Look at him. He's up there with Ragnar. Ragnar's struggling with his tyres. Did Suren go in? Suren went in, put some new racing softs on. And Binko also went in and put some new racing softs on. So this battle continues between Binko and Suren, with Ragnar there in third place, staying out. Is he trying to do the one-stopper as well? He might be, on some softs. Cracking stuff there. Good luck to you, Ragnar. And Cymex, I mean, he's not going to maintain that lead very long, is he? Talleyrand is only 8/10 behind on those racing soft tyres. We have less than 14 minutes of racing. In the chat, Wolfter saying remarkables, and Patrick Spence, oh sorry Pat, I try not to say everyone's full name. Pat saying, from past experience, I had a couple of times I could tell people were struggling to pass me. I think that was just when my lag issues became more apparent. There you go. So there you can see Talleyrand really up the bumper of Cymex. He's going for it. And Talleyrand pushing. Ragnar in third. Suren on those new tyres, just ahead of Binko. And Rivixter, I haven't been to him for a while, because I know he's not having the best of times, but he's clinging on in there, and that's what I think's cracking about him. He's put the medium tyres on, and he's just trying to find a pace. I promise you, Rivixter, you're not going to have to race Brands Hatch for a while. Although I've heard the dailies next week is Brands Hatch for race A, Indy, Brands Hatch GP for race 2, B, and race C is also Brands Hatch. Bunny, he's put something in the chat, but he's took it away before I got to read it. Oh, Talleyrand, did I miss it? I'll try and get a replay, sorry. He was very close. It was always going to happen. I should have stayed there. Apologies. So Talleyrand retakes the lead on those soft tyres. Cymex on his one-stopper. Maybe he'll come back to him, and maybe Talleyrand will burn his tyres out. It's unlikely though. There, Ragnar in third place ahead of Binko. Binko's got himself ahead of Suren. Binko has got himself ahead of Suren, but Suren's not giving it up. Suren chasing him back down. Suren's looking for the inside line, but it's not quite there. Was that Hawthorne's? Whoa, that's a struggle of a place to try and go for a move. And he's going to try again at Westfields, but he's dropped back a little bit as they head through Dingledale, down Sheen Curve, and up to Sterling's. Hey, Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good when you use the corners. Wow. Oh, Benny saying, really annoyed. I missed this. I've been on all evening practicing. I got a notification about it. Sorry all. That's cool, Bunny. It's just one of those one-offs anyway. It's not a major thing. So Ragnar has had to pit in the end with those tyres. He's given up on those softs. So Talleyrand leading 3.2 seconds from Simex. Simex still making that car eke out. He's got 7 seconds on Binko, who's on a push. 29.7 last time around from Binko. Shiren in his wake, chasing along, only a second behind Binko. And that Jaguar, it doesn't look like he's got the wheels on the Aston Martin today, but we will see. Ragnar pitting. He's on some lovely fresh tyres for the last 11 minutes of this race. Can that extra grip play part? Can Simex hold on? It's down to 2 seconds. He's lost 2 seconds on Binko and Shiren already. He's doing a 33.2. This might not work out for him. Binko on a push on those softer tyres. We've already seen Talleyrand blow past Simex. And the no-stop strategy, I don't know if it's the way to go. It looks like he's going to struggle. 4.8 seconds from Binko now. Shiren only 1.2 seconds behind him. And Ragnar will probably be catching those guys up. So some stunning stuff going on out there at the moment. Talleyrand, he's only 5 seconds ahead though. He was 10 seconds before his pit stop, but it's soon going to make that up in 10 more minutes to go. Doing a pace of 30.679. Simex has decided to get a pit stop going. I think he realises he's just losing too much time out there, unless he was always going to pit, but I'm not so sure. So Binko taking up in second spot. How far behind? 8.8 seconds behind Talleyrand. He's got the fastest lap of the race, 29.043. Talleyrand doing a 30.6 his last time around. He's going to have to pick up the pace. He will have to pick up the pace in this last 10 minutes, or Binko will be catching him up. If Binko's going to, he's done 2 29s in a row. If he's going to maintain that sort of pace, then Talleyrand is going to be under threat. So Shiren only 2 seconds behind Binko, 8 seconds ahead of his teammate Ragnar. Simex coming out of the pit in 5th, 1.2 seconds behind Ragnar. That's a race to look forward to now. He's put the racing soft tyres on. Ragnar has gone into the pits to get rid of those medium tyres. Get some softs on, lad. Go out there, see if you can get a fastest lap. That's all you can do when you're at the back. Just have fun. Try and get a fastest lap or something. Hope someone falls off, comes back to you. So Talleyrand out there, 8.5 second lead on Binko. And we can see Binko is on an absolute push. He's pulled time out on Shiren already. Shiren can't keep up. He did a 29.4 his last time around, but he's nearly a second off his best this lap. Ragnar, he's under pressure from Simex. Simex just out of the pits on some fresh tyres, as Ragnar pit in the lap before. So he's on some lovely fresh tyres, and we've got 8.5 minutes left of racing. This is some super stuff. Rivixter back out there again. He's put some softs on. Go on, have a bit of fun. Put your boot in. So Talleyrand, he's going a bit faster than he's gone before. It's Binko's got the fastest lap with a 29.0. Binko 8.8 seconds. He's not getting much closer. 29.7 last time around for Talleyrand. Binko doing a 29.4. So it's 10th by 10th. Can it do in 7 minutes, 8 minutes? Shiren is 2.5 seconds now behind Binko, and 8.5 seconds ahead of Ragnar. Ragnar under real pressure here from Simex. We're sat on board with Simex as he puts some real pressure on his fellow Polish man in front. He's looking for a way past Team 13 car. Cracking stuff here from the two Poles. Loving it. I tell you what, keeps this up, I reckon we'll see a T13 on the front of Simex car the next time he's racing. He'll be recruited. Either that or a VRC on the front of it, one or the other. But he's a definite talent, that man. One to watch out for. Simex making the move on Ragnar for 4th place. Around the outside in Clark Curve. Wow. No, he's dropped in behind. I was going to say, that's a bit much. That is showing off. But Simex against Ragnar, the Jaguar versus the Aston Martin. It's all looking very nice out there. I daren't pull away, because every time I pull away and come back, I want to have a look around. I want to see how close Binko is to Talleyrand's. But at the moment, these two racing hard. It's hard to pull away, just in case. I've missed almost every manoeuvre so far this evening, so I'm trying to stick with this one. It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. These two so evenly matched. Ragnar is last time around a 32.2, Simex a 31.8. Oh, 4/10, and there's 4/10 between the two of them. But I just don't think Simex can just get that inside line. He needs Ragnar to make a mistake, and Ragnar not one for mistakes usually, sticking with it and doing an absolute stonking job holding that 4th spot. Suren is 10 seconds up the road in 3rd place, and Talleyrand some 22 seconds up the road in 1st place. We're going to have a quick look, guys. We've got to see how Binko's getting on in between those two. Just wait till them cross the line. It's a paddock hill, and we'll try and get back. So Binko is still 8.9 seconds. They've drawn evens. 29.7 from Talleyrand the last time around. Well, we've got 5 more minutes racing, and it's still, yeah, just 9 seconds. Suren 3.5 seconds behind Binko, and Ragnar fighting off Simex. It's only a 10th now, as they've been through Paddock Hill. They're going into Druids. It's everything to fight for the final 4th and 5th place, sorry. Excuse me. Sounds like it looks like the podium is wrapped up for now, and this is the battle that we're looking at for 4th and 5th place. 4.5 minutes are left of racing for our first Group 4 World Series race. Next week is Lago Maggiore West in the Italian cars, so join us for that, and we'll see if we can hustle up a couple more than 6 drivers for that event. And there's Simex having a look. He's having a look either side. Can he make a move? He cannot. Ragnar defending like a champ, getting on board now with Simex as he looks for a way past, and he's trying to get the eagle, the eye of the eagle, on the side of his helmet to find an open door, but there is no doors open when Ragnar drives. So sitting on board with Simex, this is the battle. We've got just over 3.5 minutes left of racing. Simex looks like he's found a door, but no, slam. Ragnar slams that door shut, and now he's going to go for the outside line around paddocks. We've got to be watching for this one, and my words, he's going to try and slip it up the inside, is he? Down the hill, but Ragnar protecting. He's trying to close the door, and that's it. Simex looks like he's got up there, but no. Oh, Ragnar just really late on the brakes, and he's skidding around the corner, sliding the Jaguar around, defending with everything he's got. He really wants that 4th place, and Simex does as well. These two there, my word, these Polish, they race hard, don't they, eh? They're like Vikings or something. Sweet. So Talleyrand 8.7 seconds ahead of Binko. Binko now 4 seconds, and he's got the fastest lap as Binko. Suren is 12 seconds ahead of this battle. This is the battle, Ragnar and Simex, the 2 poles, and there he goes. It looks like Simex has got the move done. Simex up into 4th, Ragnar down into 5th place, and let's have a look at that in a replay. There we see Simex looking around the outside, switches to the inside there, and the job is done. Great move there from Simex. Sweet. Hey, that was nearly professional, wasn't it? I got that bob off. And there we go, Simex up to 4th, Ragnar down into 5th place. So Talleyrand leads this race by 9 seconds with 2 minutes left to go. Binko there in 2nd place, some 4.2 seconds. Binko's fuel is not looking too healthy. 2 minutes, it should be alright. Talleyrand's not quite there yet, but he will be flashing pretty soon. Suren, he's okay for fuel. I am starting to concern for Binko's fuel now, actually. He has pushed, hasn't he? He's pushed a lot in this race. He may have pushed a little too hard. Simex as well. He's had to push a little bit, racing for 4th place off Ragnar. And Rivixter out there, he's just having fun. Look, he's just done his best, 32.1. See, Rivix? That's the way to do it. That's cracking stuff, 32.1. Just a nice little, just use it as a test session. That's what I do when things don't go your way. And Talleyrand now nearly 10 seconds ahead of Binko. I think Binko having to ease off with that fuel. He was doing 29s, he did a 30.1, he's nearly 1.6 seconds off of his time. Can Shiren pull him in this last minute? I think Binko is definitely going to have to do some short shifting to just get that fuel to last one more lap around here at Brands Hatch GP. Talleyrand's fuel has started flashing, but he's way into his final lap now. Binko just starting the final lap. His fuel's looking quite low, but he's 4.5 seconds ahead of Shiren. He's pulled out a little bit more time. Shiren doing a 31.1 last time around. Binko doing a 30.8. So he's not fuel saving whatsoever. He's hammering it. And that's Cymex there in fourth. Wow, what a battle he had with Ragnar. Ragnar's fuel not looking too healthy on this final lap. And here comes Rivixter. Looks like he's getting another faster lap. How's it going? A 31.9. Awesome, see? That's cracking stuff. Whoa! That is brilliant, Rivixter. Great stuff. Great save as well through paddock. Brilliant. So Talleyrand out there now, doing what he can to get this win under every opportunity that he can. He doesn't want to run out of fuel before he gets to the line, and nor does Binko, it looks like, but it looks like Shiren's backed off as well, and he's got 11 seconds, so why not? But Shiren, he's not pushing as hard, he's not as close to Binko, so we're watching Talleyrand come across to take a win. Binko won the first one, Talleyrand won the second one. Great stuff there, Talleyrand on the win. Talleyrand came second in the first race, and Binko came second in the third race. Had some issues early on, and he takes second place. Brilliant stuff there, Binko. Brilliant debut. Shiren, is that another third? Cracking. As Cymex, an absolutely hard fought fourth. He must feel like he won it, the amount he had to fight for it. And he goes across the line in fourth spot, with Ragnar not too far behind in fifth. Cracking stuff. I forgot to say, Shiren, take a boo, my son. And here we see a Rivixter, 31.9 last time around from Rivixter. Is he going to go a little bit faster? It's looking good. Come on, Rivixter, get out there. Go, 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 go. Did he go faster? 32.1, but still cracking pace from Rivixter at the end there. Brilliant. Whoo-wee. Oof. We've got some chat going on here, Wolfter. I've got to admit, my iPad makes those things. Oh, he's got a gold medal, silver medal, and bronze medal, Baba Yaga. And Wolfter there with a cup. Brilliant stuff. And let me take you to your results. After that 30 minutes of glorious fun, I thought when we were rolling into that with just 6 people that it was going to be a toughie. But it turned out to be an absolute stonker of a race. Saw what Cymex was trying to do with no stops, but in the end there, he just had to come in and do a stop. So Talleyrand, great strategy from the off, got up through the field, got himself into the lead, and he was gone. Binko there, he looked like he was having some real issues early doors into this race. But by midpoint, he got himself under control. The lag didn't seem so bad, and he was on one. He got himself up into second spot. Shiren, consistent as ever in that Jaguar. Oh yeah, and there you go. McLaren, Aston Martin, Jaguar were your top 3. But Shiren, ever consistent, fantastic driving, and a superb final podium position. Tigaboo, my son. Cymex and Ragnar, the stars of the show. The driver of the day. Oh my. Mine have to go to Cymex or Ragnar for some absolutely fantastic defending, some real door slamming going on by Ragnar there, making sure Cymex knew that he could not come through. You shall not pass. Ragnar is Gandalf. And Rivixter there, just out there for a practice, and we saw some great lap times from Rivixter, so maybe he's changing his mind about Brands Hatch. You never know. Binko got your fastest lap in that race with a 29.043, and I think Talleyrand did it, get it the fastest lap in Binko's win. So they've returned the favours, and wow, Binko, welcome to the club. Looks cracking. And yeah, the rest of you, fantastic job. Hopefully next Saturday we can rustle up a couple more players to bump up those numbers for Lago Maggiore West in the Group 4 World Series. We'll see some Lambos and stuff running next week, hopefully. Ferrari, Lambo. What else am I missing? Am I missing someone? I thought there was about 3 Italian cars there. Fiat. Is there a Fiat 500 running around with the Ferraris and the Lambos? Hang on. Give me a second. It'll be Maserati or something, won't it? Is the Maseratis in this game? It's been a while since I've been to the brand centre or whatever it's called. Yeah, I'll tell you now. Alpha Ferrari Lambo. There you go. Pat saying in the chat, looked like some good racing there. Fairly sure I've enjoyed it more watching than I would have racing. Ah, Pat. You could have, yeah, no, Rivixter. No, I think, Pat, you're selling yourself short, my friend. Selling yourself short. I've seen some of your action in GTMC this season, and you have been competitive and quite scary to the front guys, I believe. I think you've made a couple of those guys nervous of how close you've come. So, you know, it's a journey, Pat. You can't just arrive at the end straight away. You've got to get there before you arrive. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's time to go, innit? Right. Don't forget Sunday Cup, Sunday night, and it's just an open lobby. Drop in. We're racing the Golf GTIs. He's closed the bloody room. Look at him. He doesn't hang about. So, yeah, Sunday Cup, it's just an open lobby. Next week, we've got round 8 of the GTMC. Next Friday night, I think, is qualifying for the Fuji 2.5 hour. Saturday we'll be here again with the Group 4 World Series, and then Sunday another Sunday Cup, which I'll release the race car of that on Monday. Brands is somewhere I struggle fairly often, more just a track specific thing. I really struggle if I'm on an off day there, says Pat. Cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Han Job. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Adios. Ciao. Go away. Go on. I'm not stopping it. You've got to stop the video. I'm not going to stop it until you go. I'm not going to stop until you go. It's just a blue screen with me talking. It's going to be really boring, but I'm not stopping the video until you leave. You're going to have to stop this video, and don't forget to like before you go, okay? Who watches till this end anyway? It's gone already. See you later. Bye.